Hello guys, this is Terry from Genkigamingtv, and thank God there was a new episode. I was kind of in a show hole. I was thinking about watching Yokai Watch 3 stuff, even though I know ShadowSide is superior, but we got episode 35 before that happened, which is the Weeping Ballet Shoe, or Susuri Naku Ballet Shuzu. And this episode's opening was a little girl practicing ballet, but there was something different. The shoes she was wearing was possessed by yokai, and she nearly, well, the opening makes it seem as if she died, but as we know, we don't kill off people who are in the opening segment of our crime scene investigation normally. But she could not control her dancing, and she ended up dancing out in front of a truck. Basically, the crossing sign switched from walk to not walk, but she couldn't control herself. And then it shifted to basically our opening per se of Natsume and Saki. And basically what was going on is Saki was talking about her dream of wanting to learn ballet and be a ballet dancer. And it's nice that Saki is finally getting a push, or getting some build up, because I like Saki's design a lot. It's nice that she's finally was given a personality, so that is really good. So they're basically talking about ballet school, and that Saki thinks that she might try it, and then we have a scene transition to our Yokai Detective agency, aka Akinori's clubhouse. At least that's what it should be called, because all of his stuff is there, but it's not necessarily even his room. But I do digress. Hime's there, Toma, Keisuke, and basically everyone else. And as the scene really transitions on, they're talking about how Saki's going to do ballet a little bit, and then G-Tan, or Junior's like, is ballet good? Does ballet taste delicious? Is it food? And then we get a little bit of a ballet scene from Whisper and Michi, which is kind of hilarious, because those two are prepared for everything. Basically everything. So we get a good little laugh there. And the scene transitions on to them talking about, I believe it transitions directly onto them looking on the website about incidences with ballet shoes, and then Ikaline, our little squid yokai buddy, shows up, actually throws Ikarine's self against the window trying to get their attention. Obviously, Akinori needs a doorbell. For 100 yen a day, we can get, well, a month, we can get Akinori a doorbell, so poor little Ikarine doesn't have to throw himself against the window to get attention, to get noticed. And all of this kind of freaks Keisuke out a little bit, so he's like, I'm bailing on this, I'm passing. I've had enough of being bait. First I nearly die by almost jumping off of a building, then I'm used as bait. And then there's the whole Jolo Gumo incident and almost being killed there, so I'm gonna pass. At least that's what I'm thinking his mentality was, is like, oh god, I'm not following these people anymore. I'll talk to them at the beginning of the episodes, but no, I am not going to be used as bait anymore. Because he's like, no, his knees are even shaking. He knew that he was about ready to become ballet bait. But I do digress. We have part of our Yokai Detective team going with Ikarin, and that would be Akinori, Jitan, and Hime. Because apparently Ayame is relevant still. And we have the great team of Toma and Natsume going to visit the victim of the ballet shoe incident. Her feet and ankles are all taped up because the shoes, they have a sudden effect on you that really drain your life force, per se, is what I'm getting from the whole incident. And the fact that she was almost hit by a truck, but her mom, who is awesome. I need to figure out who the mom's voice actress is, because I like her voice a lot. But mom saves the day by basically tackling / pushing her daughter, the ballet girl, out of the way, and the shoes were ran over by the truck. No harm, no foul, really, when you think about it. And as stuff basically continues going on, we've seen transition back to Akinori and Hime and Junior as they enter the sea cave that Ikarin led them to. Because Ikarin was basically saying something's up. I have no idea who these creepy looking dudes are. So as everyone goes into the cave, Junior and Akinori panic when they see these seaweed-looking guys, and they start to run away. Hime's just standing there. She's like, I've been through it all. She's like, I've been a hive mind, I've been bait. I have even been a host for a true villain. So, I am not afraid of anything. So, she ends up charming them with her smile, and they go back to their light side forms. And everyone knows it's Wakame-kun and Kanbu-san. And I realize I like the troupes name extensions. You have Kun, San, and Chan, which would be Makabu, Naka. I am botching pronunciation this morning because I have not practiced Japanese enough in the past week. Makabu-chan. And they all are things you would actually truly use when associating with people. Kun is normally what you would maybe call a friend in high school or college. San is basically you're wanting to be more polite to this person, and Chan would be used for a small child or someone that you really like. At least in that context, because I have a couple Japanese friends that call their significant other their name plus Chan when it's only a small group of people around. But I do digress. This was a good way to bring Wakame and Kanbu, well, the whole troupe into the fold here. So after being charmed, they started talking about their situation, that Mekabu-chan has disappeared and that she was pushing them a little hard with their dancing, and they were a little bit sore. They weren't tired of dancing or anything, but their bodies were starting to feel a little bit sore. So we get a screen transition back to a little bit of a flashback of that, where we got to see the troupe kind of in action there. And they asked the great team of Akinori and Hime to go find their friend. So this all sets up a transition back to the team of Toma and Natsume. As they're walking around looking for the woman in the pink dress or the pink gown, they find her, but she's with Saki, and the dance shoes are going on Saki's feet. Natsume yells, "No, don't stop it! Don't put them on your feet!" Well, technically she just yelled "Dame," which is stop it to a certain degree. Whenever you're wanting someone to stop doing something, she wanted Saki to not put them on her feet, but it was too late. They were on. Saki was dancing out of control. So our forces decided to break up here. Toma took on Makabu-chan, while Natsume went and tried to stop the crazy dancing of Saki. Saki ended up dancing into a similar situation that we had back at the beginning of the episode, where she dances across the crosswalk. You would imagine another yokai would stop her, but Michi to the rescue. I know a lot of people crap on Michi for being comedy relief, but in the past, I want to say the past 10 episodes, Michi has saved 3 people, has turned to stone a powerful yokai, and has broken her, has befriended Komajiro, and has basically improved himself a lot. But yet people still say he's inconsistent and he's bad. Of course, he's a comedy joke. He's supposed to be a little bit inconsistent. Doesn't mean you will get to kind of rain on his parade. Even when he does something good, the internet's like, nope, Michi is still a failure. All because he doesn't fight in his ShadowSide form as much as Jibanyan or Koma-san. But I do digress. Michi saves her, rips the shoes off of Saki's feet, saving her from dancing her life away, basically. And Toma goes Benkei and is fighting Mekabu-chan, and she ended up binding him with the seaweed/kelp, because it could technically be both depending upon the typing. But Benkei breaks free. Benkei is then attacked again, and Wakame and Kambu, Akinari Jr., and Hime show up trying to stop the situation. Natsume ends up having to summon Jibanyan, who then nearly Okos Mekabu-chan. But Wakame and Kambu basically beg and ask Jibanyan not to deliver that final slash that would have probably caused her to disappear. And Wakame and Kambu are the real MVPs of the episode. They basically save the day. They tell Mekabu-chan that they're here with her and that they're going to dance with her, and then she cries some tears that are actually shadow tears, and they cascade off into the sky, and she reverts back to her light side form. Okay guys, I have a little theory/synopsis here before I continue my review. I'm not sure if anyone remembers the 2nd or 3rd season of Digimon with the dark spires and the gears. I feel like this is so close to being similar that it's actually a good thing. I have a feeling that we're going to find not like dark pillars or anything like that, or dark spires. I feel like we're going to find corrupted shrines or corrupted gates that are causing this to happen. And this corruption spreads to yokai who are feeling inadequate or feeling low. or a little bit sad, and this causes them to become corrupt. Basically, imagine the dark gears actually being a form of energy just going into them. But that, I do digress. Basically, we get a little back scene about Mekabu-chan and Marina, who is the little girl that inspired her to become a dancer, about them practicing and them being best friends, or as close to best friends as a yokai and a human can be. And as we transition back to the location of where they were dancing at, because Mekabu-chan was sad because she's not seen Marina in quite a while. Turns out Marina's parents are there, and no Marina. They've laid flowers down there. It seems as if Marina has passed. Even though they've not said she's died, the context seems as if she has passed away. Even though they never said died, they never said death, it seems the way that they're alluding it is that she has gone away, that they weren't able to live up to their expectation for their schedules, and that they weren't able to do what was truly right for their daughter. So, as this basically goes on, Mekabu-chan gets really sad, but Wakame-kun and Kambu-san save the day, and they all start dancing. Natsume gets their arcs, and our heroes transition back to walking home, and they're wondering what is causing the darkness to basically spread and cause this stuff, because Toma and Natsume notice that dark energy dissipating or going up into the sky. Akinari and Hime not so much, because they just kind of were more they seem to be more focused on Wakame-kun and Kambu-san, and the fact that they were trying to get Mekabu-chan back under control, that they didn't notice the tears that occurred at the beginning, within the fight, and they weren't really there for that, and they may not have noticed the dark energy going off into the sky. But that's it for the episode. All I have to say is it was a lot of fun watching it, and it brings back the hype, but I am wondering when we're going to be getting a season transition, because normally for most shows we get a transition point here towards the end of the year, where we have a period of time, maybe 2 weeks to a month, where they're on a quote-unquote break. The reason why we basically had a break the other week was probably for preparation for the next couple episodes, because as of right now we're up to episode 37 is what they have added to the wiki. But for myself, I would like it to go to episode 40, and then we get kind of a true break, but not really a true break, maybe a month's time, so that they can prep the important stuff, because a week's time for an episode does kind of cut it close, depending upon the team size and depending upon how they handle preparation for the animation, coloring, shading, and voice acting. All in all, it was probably a mid to high tier episode in my mind, because I really enjoyed watching it, because it was just designed in a way that it works really well. The episode entirely flew by way too fast. It was as if I was watching something that was 10 minutes long, that it was over before I really knew it. But I want to thank everyone for watching my review, and I want to tell you all to have a wonderful morning, afternoon, and or evening, whenever you're watching this, though. Have a great rest of your day. Bye for now.